Hey guys, what's going on? It's Don here from Novaspirit Tech and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be doing some blur effects on XFCE 4. So let's get started. Now we all know XFCE is actually a really good desktop environment. It's lightweight, very functional, but as far as appearance goes, it's not that great. So I'm actually going to go in and theme it a little bit and add a blur effect to it, which you would see mostly on KDE systems. Now you guys probably noticed it on my last video, as well as sometimes when I upload pictures onto my Discord. So I'm going to show you guys how to get that effect. So I'm currently testing this on my GHF51, which is the AMD embedded 1.8 inch SBC that you guys seen on this channel, and I'll leave a link over here if you guys want to check it out. I actually have a fresh install of Ubuntu, which is XFCE Ubuntu, and that's what we're going to be testing with. So if you guys are interested in the numbers, I will show you guys what is this called, Task Manager, and you're going to see on a fresh boot it takes about 630 somewhat megabytes of RAM while we have a fresh boot, and I don't have anything installed. So if I go into file system, you're going to see it's only 1.3 gigs fully installed, and this is what you get. But if you notice, one thing is, look, on the top they have the bar, which is like black, then they have like a purplish wallpaper along with a light gray window manager, also light gray menus. So like none of this stuff matches. I don't even know what they were thinking as far as like putting it together this way. I'm going to show you something very simple to kind of like go into like a dark mode just to make everything more seamless. All right, so first thing we're going to do is go into Terminal Emulator, and I'm going to do, here, let me make this bigger for you guys. Sudo apt install arc theme. The arc theme is actually pretty nice and it's very easy to install. I don't have to go into any other website. I could just install it through the command prompt, as well as Papyrus icon theme. Because the icon theme that they're using right now is like a Mac style, but it doesn't match with any of this stuff that's going on. So yeah, we're going to change that out as well. Once you hit enter, just let it install and give it a few minutes and you should be able to pull it up in your settings. All right, there we have it. That is all done. So I'm going to go over to my system settings right down here on the bottom. And first thing I'm going to do is change the appearance. And you can see now you have arc, arc dark, and darker. And then I'm going to switch over to arc dark. Now it gives me like this dark gray look. And I'm going to head over to icons and switch over to the new icon pack I installed, which is the Papyrus Dark. Now you could see a difference. If I actually do Papyrus Light, look at the icons on the top right. You see how it's like dark now? Because it's expecting to have like a light panel instead of a dark panel. So stay with the dark because it'll make the icons light. So, yep. Now that we're done with that, you're going to notice that the menu bar still doesn't look that great. What we need to do is head over to Window Manager, and then switch this over to Arc Dark. So now everything's like a flatter theme. And that's basically about it. That makes it look so much better. Now, as far as the wallpaper, we got to get rid of this. So I'm going to see what they actually have in the system. And nothing really that good. I don't feel like going to download one, but this or this, actually, this seems to be a better match for this type of theme. So I'm going to keep it with this wallpaper. And so far, it looks not too bad. It actually doesn't look too bad. With the terminal, if I was to actually go in and switch over to Preferences and go to Appearance and make this a little bit more transparent. Yeah, that doesn't look bad as well. You see that? But that's not what you guys want. You want the blur effect. So I'm going to show you guys how to get this blur effect that I talk about. First thing we need to hit up is a website, which I'll leave down in the links below, on the description below. I'm going to head over to my Firefox, and I actually saved it as a little link over here. So here it's Picom, and Picom is actually going to replace the XCOM manager that is already on the system. That's how you're getting the actual transparent effect and the drop shadow. We're going to remove that and replace it with Picom. Now, why I'm using this version of Picom, it's because it actually has the ability to round the corners. I'm not using it, but it's nice to have that ability. So what we have to do in this right now is actually get this to install. We have to compile it ourselves. And I will show you guys how to compile it. First, we need all this, okay? So they already left out all the stuff that's required to compile everything. So I'm just going to copy that. And I'm going to do sudo apt install, paste all that, and it's going to ask me to install all this, okay? I'm I'm going to hit yes and let that fetch and let it install. Now another thing we need to install, which is not in this list, is libpcre or libpcre. Yeah, this we need to install, as well as Git and Meson and Ninja. So we're going to install those couple of libraries as well once this gets done. Okay, so now you guys always say like I shouldn't do sudo, which I understand. I could always do sudo su and then be a root user and do whatever I want to do. It's just I'm so used to doing that, which is a bad practice. But anyway, now I could do apt install. Let me get back out so it stays fluid. Sudo apt install libpcre3.dev, and I also need python 3-pip, and now I also need git. And there is a typo right there, so p. There you go. 182 more megabytes. I'm going to let that install, and after this I would have to use pip3 to download Meson and Ninja, and then I could compile everything I need. Okay, now that that is done, we're going to need Meson and Ninja like I was saying before. So we're going to do sudo pip3 install Meson and Ninja. Those are actually compilers to allow this program to compile. And that is it. Okay, I'm going to move over to my downloads folder so I keep everything in one place. So I'm going to cd into my downloads, and in here I am going to get this library. So I'm going to copy that, git clone, and then paste that there. And now I have it. I'm going to change my directory to Picom and follow the other instructions they have to here for building. So first we need to do basically all that. So git submodules, update, initiate, recursive. Okay, then we do Meson build type equals release dot build. It shouldn't take that long. If everything is fine, there you go. It says yes. So now I could build it. Ninja-c build. And it's going to build those 28 files right on the bottom. It should be quick, a few minutes. And that is it. I actually built the entire thing. Now the next thing we need to do is install it. So we're going to have to run sudo with this. So sudo ninja-c build install. And we have the new Picom installed. Now, before you leave this directory, there's actually a sample config that we need to copy. So this sample config has its default configurations for rounded corners and all this other stuff that we need to configure. What I'm going to do is actually make a config folder. So I'm going to do mkdir squiggly line or tilde slash dot config, and I'm going to make a folder called Picom. And then now I'm going to cp copy this over, picom.sample config, and I'm going to copy it over to the folder we just created. And I'm actually going to rename it to picom.config without the word sample in it. And now we have everything pretty much all set up. So cd back into my main folder, okay? And what I could do to test this out, first we need to disable the composition manager that it's currently running right now. So we're going to go over to Window Manager Tweaks, head over into this one, Compositioner, and disable that. And you're going to see that the drop shadow is gone, the transparency is all gone. That's fine. We don't need all that because we're actually going to replace it with Picom. So now I'm going to do picom --config /home/don, or you could do the squiggly line /config /picom config. How do I have a syntax error? Alright, so after checking it for a few minutes, there was a syntax error, and you can tell somebody edited the configs over here and actually added an extra comma into the file. So I actually went in and had to remove this little, they had a little comma over here. I had to actually remove it because somebody made a mistake in this file, which I might issue a fix for it. But for now, if I run picom config to the configuration file, you can see now everything is blurred with the rounded corners, over exaggerated on the little corners. You can see it's also on the menu. So if you don't want it, you could always remove it. But now we have the blurry state that I was talking about. You see this? Now, if I want to make this look a little bit cooler, I can just remove the menu. So I'm going to go over to view. Let me see, view. Remove menu. Yeah, that looks much better. So now if I wanted to cancel out of this and configure it and fix the rounded corners, I would nano home don.config/picom config. And you see how the corner radius right here, 25? Change it to like 3 pixels or something like that. Close out of that, save. Run the config file again, and you can see it looks a lot better with just a little bit of a round. Or you could actually exclude stuff. So I'm just configuring it right now. And you could actually add rounded corners to exclude, and you could put XFCE panel in here. Just add how this works. You would do like something like this, and then you would just add the next command to remove the panel. Now, I don't like the rounded corners now. I'm not interested in using it, so I'm just going to keep it at 0. So we are pretty much done with getting it to work, compiling it, and you can see that the blur effect does work. The next thing we need to do is get it to our startup groups. So while we're in the config file, okay, so if I type pwd, you would know that I'm at home don.config picom. In here, I would actually do nano picom start.sh. You can name it whatever you want, but I'm going to name it start.sh. We want to sleep for 3 seconds, double ampersand, and then picom-b for background, running in the background, --config/don/.config/picom/picom.config. We're going to save it with Control X, yes to save. Now we're going to turn it into executable by doing chmod +x picom start. And now you should see it's green. If I type in ls, you see it's green. That means it's executable. Now, in our XFCE, we would go into our settings and pop into our startup and sessions, application auto start. We're going to hit the little add button. We're going to call this picom. The command, you could actually browse it yourself if you want to, which would be in your home folder. And if you don't see hidden folders, you could press Control H to show the hidden folders. And in here, you would look for .config picom and that startup script that you made right here, .sh. Now it's going to run this on logon. So every time you log in, it's actually going to wait 3 seconds, then activate the blurry effect. If you activate it right away, it kind of screws up. So you got to give that little bit of a delay. So once everything is all done, you give this a quick reboot, which I'll show you guys right now. Okay. And there we have it, the new icons. And if I go back into terminal, and you can already see the blur in the menu. So if I go into terminal, you can see that the blur comes in over here as well. And that's about it. Now, there's actually a lot of people that go crazy with this. They remove the menus or match all the stuff together. I've just gotten you to the beginning steps of getting blur effect to work on XFCE. And also, if I was to show you guys, even running all this blur and everything, I'm still at 264 megabytes of RAM. It's only added like a few megabytes of RAM compared to what it was when it first boot up. So it's still very lightweight as far as the desktop environment goes. And you get this cool blurry effect on everything that you have some transparency on. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please hit that like button. If you guys have any questions about this, hit it down in the comments below. And if you guys are new to this channel, consider subscribing. Also hitting that bell notification icon so you know when the next video is going to be out. And as I say in my nerd cave, hack till it hurts.